Hi, this is Dr. B. We're going to be looking at control charts, specifically X bar and R charts. We've already created the limits and calculated X double bar in range. So now let's plot them. So we're going to highlight the data, and we're going to highlight the labels as well, but not the sample column. Insert. And we're going to go to recommended charts because sometimes that's helpful. And so this is what we want is a line chart, but it doesn't look like we want it to look in a number of ways. And you see these two groups of data, the group up here up high and then one down low. And if you were to look at the series here, you'd say, okay, we've got X bar charts up here and R charts down here. You don't want this. You want them on two separate charts. And the reason is pretty obvious because it compresses the data, makes it unusable. So we're going to select the data. And when we do, we're going to plot first the X bar chart. So we're going to remove range, R bar. We're removing R bar from the plot. We're not removing it from the spreadsheet. And when we do, okay, this is an improvement, but it's still compressed together. So we're going to click on one of the grid lines, right click, and format the axis. And you can see over here that currently we have it automatically set at 0. Well, the data doesn't start up here to almost 14. So we're going to start it at 13. And when we do that, Excel interprets what we're doing and moves the top, the maximum down as well. Getting better. So still several changes we need to make. Let's go in. We want the X bar to have markers. So we're going to do that by changing the chart type. So we're going down here to combo, and for X bar we want a line with markers, and for all others we want just line chart. That looks okay. So we select that, and let's go ahead and clean up some stuff before I comment on this chart. Chart does not look attractive. So here's an X bar chart. Soup weight. And let's add axis titles. Oops. And this one is soup weight in ounces. And this one is sample number. We could format the plot area and add a border, solid line. I want to make, you can choose the color, leave it black. Let's do a 2-point. And that just did the chart or that instead of the whole thing. I really would like to format the chart area, and we do the same thing. We'll do a solid line. And you can play with these and get them how you like them, just to make them more professional. You can change fonts and so on. Now, I'm going to wait on commenting on this until after we do the P chart. So again, highlight the data, insert. This time, instead of going to recommended charts, I'm going to go straight to a line chart. And when I do that, wow, it looks funky. Didn't do that before. Let's select the data. And when we select the data, let's switch the rows and columns. And now, okay, this looks like we had before. This time, we're going to deselect, but this time we're deselecting the X bar and leaving the range data. So everything associated with the X bar we delete, and we end up with this chart. Again, I want to never give me a chart with the title chart title on it because it just broadcast I didn't finish. So and you can decide what you want the chart title to be. We'll add axis titles. Here we've got range in ounces, and down here this again is just a sample number. And I could put a border around this one I want. And we do need to change the chart type, so we've got a line with, we'll go down here to combo, a line with markers, and everything else should be a line. Okay, now what can we make of this? The range chart looks pretty good, except we have one point that's out of control, which means the process is out of control. You should investigate. But I have a lot of confidence that we could find this one point and implement changes, and we'd have a stable process. I am not so confident on this one. It's just almost, is it every single point is outside the control limits, which leads me to question, first of all, do I have I made an error in calculating the control limits? They're so close together. So let's look. Upper control limit X bar should be X double bar plus A2 R bar. Here's your factors or the equations. Upper control limit X bar is X2 plus A2 R bar. Lower control limit is X double bar minus A2 R bar. Is that what we did? So upper control limit is D18. D18 is here, and that is, in fact, X double bar, and then plus F15, which is A2 for 9 cans, 9 in a sample, and then that's supposed to be times R bar, which is E18. So it looks right, and we have the same equation except it's minus A2 R bar here. So I'm believing my data's right. Let's check one more. So is the X double bar even possible? Well, at 15.5375, I look at my data, and that looks like it's in the middle. Just looking at it. I have some that are substantially lower than that, some that are higher than that. And just look at how did I calculate. It's the average of B18 to B25. That should be right. So I believe that I've calculated right. I believe that I've plotted correctly, but I have an absolutely unstable center line of my process. Maybe someone's adjusting and chasing the center line, and out of being really diligent and trying to do a great job, maybe introducing more error. Something's wrong here. Something's wrong here too, but I'm more confident that I'll quickly fix this than will the other. We've calculated control limits both for X bar and R, and we have attached an interpretation to them. I just spoke the interpretation. I would want you to write interpretations. Thanks, and good luck.